Good morning, family. This is Ed Wanambwa with Ed Travels, coming to you again for another COVID-19 update. It's actually Saturday, March 28th here. What time is it? It's about 8:26 in the morning. It's already been a wonderful, great morning for me. I was up early as usual. Got a message from my good friend Cornell in Atlanta, Georgia, and there was a Zoom video conference call with all my family, all my people from the ATL, Sierra, both Andres, Paulie, and it was just wonderful to see you guys' faces and to see everybody's face, and for us to love, laugh, and live and remember old times and make fun of each other and just be alive and be happy to be alive. It's just so good to experience that and to start my day off with that. I really want to thank you and let you know how much I love you guys for that. That was really, really wonderful. Also, before I start, I want to send a special shout out to my family in Siem, Cambodia. I saw the photos of Pub Street. I've heard the stories. That's really a rough one, We all know that, Siem Reap has no other industry. It lives off of tourism, and when that goes away, it's a ripple effect. So I really wish there was something that I could do to bring some comfort, but just know that you're in my thoughts and my prayers, and this too shall pass, and we'll be back to some better days in Siem Reap. Just hang in there, don't give up hope, and please stay safe. I guess let me start with the numbers. Yesterday, or I guess today, your time in the U.S., marked another somber milestone in this entire coronavirus pandemic in the U.S. The U.S. surpassed the 100,000 mark of confirmed cases. In fact, according to worldmeter.com, right now the USA is sitting at 102,325 confirmed cases with 1,591 confirmed deaths. That's an increase of about 17,000 cases from this time yesterday. Here in the Philippines, we've gone from 707 confirmed cases and 45 deaths to 803 confirmed cases and 54 deaths. And worldwide, wow, we're at 594,267 cases with 27,246 deaths. To give you a little update about here in Cebu and Lapu-Lapu City where I'm at, on March 29th, that'll be tonight at 12:01 midnight, the enhanced community quarantine is going to begin in Lapu-Lapu. It's already started in Cebu City, which basically, you need to be in the house, and you need to have a good reason to leave. And if you leave, then you need to have a quarantine pass. And from what I've understood, and even talking to the building security and the personnel here, is that the barangay is going to be going around today handing out the passes, one per household. So you're at least able to go out and get your essentials. Go to the bank, go to the pharmacy, things of that nature. But it is stepping it up to address the new confirmed cases that we have. So I would really implore everybody to cooperate with the local government, the federal government, the barangay, and just pure common sense to help curb the spread of this terrible virus. We're all in this boat together, so let's use some common sense. And with that said, I really wanted to touch on what I think is the key. What I personally think is the key to helping you individually make it through this, and that's acceptance. There's freedom in acceptance. Understanding that you didn't cause this. but also you're not the only one dealing with this. And to keep in mind that attitude of gratitude that I spoke about yesterday, that there are other people out here that are dealing with a lot worse. And my heart goes out to them. Things could always be worse. And the key is not to make it any worse. You know, there's nothing we can do about this at the present time. So let's work with our officials and our local officials to try and stop this thing from spreading, and just adhere to basic hygiene and social distancing. And let's all just work together as a community and as a world to try to do this. And I just want to give out a couple of suggestions that have helped me. Number one, I'm trying to do more to stay connected. You know, Tim Scott has the daily Zoom thing. You know, the how's it going Zoom conference call. Even though he didn't have one today because him and his girlfriend Sita are going out to see the temples because nobody else is out there. I'm happy for them. They're finally getting a break. They worked so hard at running the Star Bar. They get to spend some time together. So be safe, guys. Have a good time. But that was replaced with the Zoom call this morning with my people back in Atlanta. So I didn't miss out. That's great. But Facebook video chats, other video chats, Zoom, talk to people. Stay engaged. We have the technology for you not to be alone. Secondly, try and make use of the time, for self-improvement, self-reflection. I'm taking a online class right now in Buddhist scripture through Harvard University. Something I'm very interested in. Now I have no excuse but to do it. It's self-paced. It's 100% online. Getting into photography, so doing YouTube tutorials, and either they're free or they're very cheap. Make use of the time. Don't just sit around and become a troll on the internet that are always trying to pick fights with people. And I just love it, because if you try to pick a fight with me, I'm going to say something so utterly ridiculous that it's probably going to make you even more upset, because I'm not going to go there with you. I got better things to do. So I'm not going to do that. But exercise, there are some great YouTube channels out there that have, exercise with no equipment needed. I'm sitting here with a huge water bottle. You can just sit here and do curls with the water bottle. Do bicep curls with it. Push-ups, sit-ups. Get that workout on. You don't have much else to do. I was video chatting today with my friend Vicky in Atlanta, and she was doing her workout while we were doing it. So there are ways to keep active. Your mind, your body, your soul. There are ways to exercise that. And more importantly, I'm avoiding the media. There's so much BS out there that's intermingled, so many rumors. You've got people out there that really don't have anything else to do, so they decide that they're going to put false news out. In the words of, President Trump, fake news, and they put out rumors and they start to propagate because people have nothing else to do. And what it really does, it gets in there and it clogs up the wheels of motion and change, and to be able to help people, because people don't know what to believe. So you're really doing more of a disservice. And I can say this about the Philippines. They have specifically put out guidance via social media websites that if you are caught disseminating false information, you will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And I applaud them in that. I applaud the Philippines in general for being out in front of this thing. Doing the best they can with what they have. I had to write it all down. But near and dear, before, this is over, I suffer from depression, PTSD, anxiety. And one of the biggest triggers for me is stress, uncertainty. And, one of the things that I look for is that when I start to isolate, when I start getting away from people and being alone, and that's not good for me to be in my head alone. And unfortunately, in this situation with us, the people that suffer from that, we have no choice at this point but to isolate in certain cases. And that's not always the greatest. So what I really want to pass on is, first of all, to my fellow veterans, And I've used this before, and they're absolutely wonderful. But the Veterans Crisis Line, open 24/7, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, staffed with qualified VA responders to help you if you have any issues. Now, that number in the U.S. is 1-800-273-8255. Again, 1-800-273-8255. And if you're not a veteran, you can still call that number. Well, if you're a veteran, press number 1, okay? So 1-800-273-8255, press number 1 if you're a veteran. If you're not a veteran, that is also the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. You can call that number. All of that information will be down below in the subscription, in the description box. Also, for my Filipino friends, there's the Filipino Suicide Hotline in the Manila Life Center, which that hotline number is 0917-854-9191. 0917-854-9191. So if you're in the Philippines, make sure that if you have an issue, you can call that number for help. Again, let's stay calm. This too shall pass. Live, love, laugh, be grateful. And like I always say, I love you, and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Talk to you later.